Hey, good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today is Wednesday, January 14th. So, what's going on with forexfactor.com news? You can see here at 8:30 we had a bunch of numbers come out. Core PPI, that's the producer's price index month over month, was at 0. Core retail sales month over month was at 0.5% versus zero point 0.4 expected. PPI month over month was actually the same as expected, zero point 0.2 versus zero point 0.2. Retail sales month over month was higher at zero point 0.6 versus zero point 0.5. And the current account was slightly better than expected at minus 226,000 versus 235. I should say 1,000 billion. We are getting October core PPI later in the day, and FOMC member Paulson speaks at 9:50. 10 a.m. we have business inventories month over month, existing home sales, and the FOMC member Moran speaking as well. 10:30 crude oil inventories. 12 noon FOMC member Bostic, FOMC member Kashkari. 2 o'clock we have the beige book. 2:10 we have another FOMC member Williams is speaking. So we got a bunch of talking heads today. That always bothers me because somebody can always say something you're not expecting, or they're trying to push some sort of narrative. I don't know what that narrative is going to be. I assume it's going to be that they need to hold interest rates steady, and this is the reaction to Trump, screaming about lowering interest rates, and they're all going to come out and say, no, 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 we don't want to lower interest rates, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if you saw, there was a article from Goldman Sachs that specifically said that in 2026, they expected the Fed to actually have to raise rates. So there is a decent amount of, economic, what do we want to call it? Economic warfare, economic discussion, let's say that, about what should and shouldn't be done. The PPI, again, PPI producers price saying, even though it's the same as expected, that is not good. That means producers prices are increasing. Retail sales are up, but I don't think it's because of more people buying. I think it's just because everything's more expensive. So the question is always on retail sales, is it units that are up, or is it dollar amount that's up? I think it's dollar amount, so that can be a very deceptive number. We'll have to wait and see how this all pans out. Moving on, looking at the daily chart. So yesterday we had a down day, but we also had some bit of extra volume above average, even though the average is way low. It's still a good sign that potentially volume is starting to pick up. Maybe there's a little bit more participants involved. Went up intraday, had a new intraday all-time high, couldn't hold it, and of course we're gapping down now as we speak. We're still above the moving averages, but we were unable to break this trend line across the top of the ascending triangle. Where can we go? Oh, I think we can definitely come down into the 69.25, maybe even 6,900. We're sort of pegged again between 6,900 and 7,000, just basically moving sideways. Not a whole lot to say there. Looking at the inventory was slightly positive on negative price action. I think that this is the buy the dip, folks. Every time we get close to an all-time high, it pulls back a little bit. They all buy. So we'll see if that ends up being a good trade or a bad trade. Nothing to say about there except that there is divergence. Instead of it being correlated positively, we've got divergence. So it is what it is. Moving on. Looking at the overnight action, approximately 39 points. 39 points. And the other thing that was kind of interesting here on the intraday is at 8:30, right there, right on this little bar, that one little bar up, was a little teeny tiny bit of reaction to the news. There really wasn't much news reaction to the retail sales and the PPI number, which, we were hoping for more reaction at least, but no. So where's support resistance intraday? So resistance on the top side, 7,000, big time. 70.13, 70.28. Don't think it's going to go up there. So anyway, support 69.64, 69.52. Some confluence down here at 69.38. So I'm going to say just round these to the whole number, 69.30, 69.20. where 6,900 will also be a big round number support. So there you have it. Stock Traders Almanac for today, 52.4% chance the market will be up. That is from the Stock Traders Almanac. Hope you have a great day. Happy trading, and see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com.